Hello, I'm Pintun from OdissaTV.in bringing you today's news from Odisha. First, the headlines. Union Steel and Mines Minister Tomar praises NALCO's consistent performance in terms of production, productivity and profitability despite global meltdown. In another instance of ruling BJD ministers being targeted by Congress members, Health Minister shown black flags in Cuttack, 4 arrested in this connection. Supreme Court upholds stay preventing Sardar Raja's Medical College students from attending classes till final hearing of the case. 2 BSF troopers including Deputy Commandant killed in a landmine explosion by Naxals when they were out on a bike patrol in the jungles of Koraput district. And Odisha TV organizes Foresight 2016, the 6th edition of OTV's annual conclave. Eminent intellectuals from across the country share views on burning issues. Now the details. State-run aluminium major NALCO's consistent performance in terms of production, productivity and profitability is commendable despite a meltdown in global markets, Union Steel and Mines Minister Narendra Singh Tomar said on Friday. NALCO has been able to put up an impressive show both in production and profitability despite global economic slowdown and sluggish market situation, Tomar said during the 36th Foundation Day celebrations of the company at Anugul and Bhubaneswar. A number of activities and projects have been undertaken by NALCO as part of its corporate social responsibility, which were both innovative and inclusive, Tomar said while launching NALCO Ki Ladli, a scheme to promote meritorious girl students from BPL families under Centre's Beti Bachao Beti Padhao program. Besides, he laid the foundation stone of NALCO Modern Eye Hospital. Union Minister of Tribal Affairs Jewel Oram, Union Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas Dharmendra Pradhan and NALCO CMD Tapan Kumar Chand were also present at the event.
सेल के और नालको के कुछ इश्यूज थे, तो सेल का ठान कोरानी माइंस का मामला था और ऐसे ही हमारा पोटांगी माइंस का नालको का मामला था, तो दोनों विषयों को उन्होंने सिरे चढ़ाने का आश्वासन दिया है। यह हम सब लोगों के लिए निश्चित रूप से प्रसन्नता की बात है।
In another instance of ruling BJD ministers being targeted by Congress members, Health Minister Atanu Sabyasachi Naik was shown black flags in Cuttack during his visit to attend a program at Acharya Harihar Cancer Hospital on Friday. Chaotic scenes were witnessed when a group of Youth Congress members obstructed the vehicle of Atanu, waving black flags and shouting slogans. 4 persons have been arrested by police after the incident. According to sources, police had heightened security to prevent any untoward incident in the wake of a spate of egg-hurling attacks on ministers. But the additional measures were clearly not good enough. As soon as the minister arrived at the Acharya Harihar Cancer Hospital, the Congress members started shouting anti-government slogans and waved black flags at him. However, the mob was soon brought under control by police, informed sources. It may be noted that Youth Congress workers had hurled eggs on Naik's car in Devgarh district on Tuesday while he was on his way back after a visit to Sambalpur. Notably, over the past few days, Youth Congress activities have unleashed a spate of attacks on various ministers purportedly in protest against irregularities in preparation of NFSA beneficiary list. The Supreme Court has upheld its stay preventing Sardar Raja's Medical College students who have been relocated to other colleges from attending classes till the final hearing of the case. In the meantime, the Apex Court has ordered the state government and the college authorities to present their case before the court on January 12. Earlier on January 5, 124 medicos of Jaring-based Sardar Raja's Medical College in Kolahandi, who were recently relocated in 5 institutions in the state as per an order of the Odisha High Court, were barred by the Supreme Court from attending classes till the next hearing scheduled for Friday. Despite agitation by students at Vimsar in Burla and MKCG in Berhampur, who protested the admission of Sardar Raja's students in their institutions, citing lack of infrastructure and faculty, the state government on December 22 completed the admission process of 124 students in 5 institutions. Of them, 55 were to be relocated in MKCG Medical College and Hospital in Berhampur, while another 54 were absorbed in Burla-based Vimsar. The remaining 15 students were given admission in 3 private medical colleges, High-Tech Medical College, KIMS and Institute of Medical Sciences, and some hospital in Bhubaneswar. But the matter took a new turn after the Sardar Raja's students were denied entry into Vimsar for verification of documents and completion of admission process for 4 consecutive days. The agitating students were demanding that the state government should wait for the apex court verdict and not to go ahead with the admission process as ordered by the High Court. However, they later withdrew their strike and allowed the students to complete the admission process. Odisha Chief Minister Navin Patnaik on Friday said left-wing extremism continues to be a major concern for the state and it needs to be handled effectively. Addressing the annual conference of senior police officers in Bhubaneswar, Chief Minister said the state government has already created adequate resources in terms of manpower, equipment and other logistics, supplemented by the deployment of Central Reserve Police Force to handle the Maoist activities. He said there is no reason why police cannot counter the inroads made by the Maoists into central Odisha. Expressing concerns over crime against women and children, he asked the SPs to personally monitor the progress of investigation in case of sensitive cases of crime against women and children. He also asked the senior police officials to make district visits during first week of every month regularly. He asked the police authorities to focus on some other areas in the days to come.
I'd like the police authorities to focus on in the days to come. We have to prepare for urban terrorism, attacks on vital establishments, and coastal infiltration. We have to strengthen our institutional setups and response mechanisms so that timely preventive actions can be taken. Lastly, as you are all aware, the government is succeeding in augmenting the strength of the civil police by redeployment of nearly 5,000 personnel.
West Murray you take action against the anti-social, tender mafia, transport mafia, to make police more public friendly, improve the investigation, better training, and moreover to fill up the vacancies and modernizing the police.
2 BSF troopers, including Deputy Commandant, were killed in a landmine explosion carried out by Naxals when they were out on a bike patrol in the jungles of Koraput district of Odisha. The incident occurred around 1 p.m. when a team of about 20 Border Security Force personnel were returning from an operational task in Dandabari village of the said district on 10 motorcycles, and the first carrying the team commander and his Jawan got trapped into the blast carried out by using a hidden bomb on the dirt track. The Jawan driving the bike, Constable SP Panda, was killed on the spot, while pillion rider and commander of the squad, Deputy Commandant Sunil Kumar Behra, succumbed to his injuries later. The 2 men sustained fatal injuries from sharp nails and heavy explosives used in the IED cleverly hidden and planted under the road by Naxals. A big crater was created at the spot where the bike was blown off, officials said. The patrol party led by Behra belonged to the 143rd Battalion of the BSF deployed in Koraput for undertaking anti-Naxal operations. Notably, Maoists are observing a 2-day bandh in Nuapada, Malkangiri and Kalahandi districts from Friday, protesting Operation Green Hunt, a joint operation by security forces against Maoists. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Navin Patnaik condemned the attack on BSF Jawans on his Twitter page. Condemned the attack on BSF personnel in Koraput. Heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families, Patnaik tweeted. The Indian Institute of Science Education and Research is most likely to come up in Lodigaon village of Ganjam district. Though a formal announcement in this regard was not made by the central team, which visited the proposed site for the premier institution on Friday, it was evident since it was the lone site the team visited along with other officials of the state government. We will submit our field report to the centre, an official stated. Following the announcement in 2014-15 budget about the setting up of IISER in Odisha, the state government had identified 200 acres of land in Palur Hills and 80 acres of land in Lodigaon village as probable sites for the permanent campus of the institution. The central team also assessed the required infrastructure, communication facilities and other amenities which are a must for a premier institution like IISER. On November 17, 2015, a 5-member central team led by HRD director had visited both the proposed sites.
गलाथोरे लवडी गाँव रे परमानेंट साइट पाई निष्पत्ति है परमानेंट साइट विषय किसी दो मत नहीं ए 3टी बिल्डिंग रो जो फैक्ट्स अच्छी केते तंकर जगह अच्छी केते रूम अच्छी केते सुविधा अच्छी सेटा कंपेयर करके साइट सिलेक्शन कमिटी रिपोर्ट देबो तापरे कॉम्पिटेंट अथॉरिटी सेटा निष्पत्ति नेबे कि कौ जगह रे टेम्पररी कैंपस होगा।
नहीं, तीनों साइट देखा है, वैसे बोला आपके प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी ने, उसके फैक्ट्स हम लोगों ने लिया है। अभी डिसीजन तो वो फैक्ट्स लेके रिपोर्ट बना के यहाँ पे है, यहाँ पे है, यहाँ पर इतना है, उसके बेसिस पे कॉम्पिटेंट अथॉरिटी डिसीजन लेगा।
Air Odisha will start regular flight services from Jaipur airstrip from January 16 for 6 days of a week. As per the officials of the airlines, a 9-seater plane will fly from the airstrip initially. As part of a trial run, a plane of the airlines took off from the Bhubaneswar airport and landed at the Jaipur airstrip in Koraput district. With an area of 60 acres, the airstrip is 900 meter long and 15 meter wide. Notably, the state government had urged the Defence Ministry to advise Hindustan Aeronautics Limited for development of the airstrip for commercial operations. Companies having thermal power plant in Odisha will now have to transport flyers free of cost to a road construction site located within 100 kilometers perimeter of their plant. A decision regarding this was taken at a joint meeting of NTPC and State Pollution Control Board in Bhubaneswar on Friday. Works Secretary Nalinikant Pradhan, who was present in the meeting, said, "We will formulate a law to ensure that the plants generating fly ash will make arrangement for transportation of the material to work site free of cost, thereby helping the contractor involved in road construction to utilize the plant residue." Works Secretary Nalinikant Pradhan, who was present in the meeting, said, "We will formulate a law to ensure that the plants generating fly ash will make arrangement for transportation of the material to work site free of cost, thereby helping the contractors involved in road construction to utilize the plant residue properly without putting an additional burden." Expressing similar view, Forest and Environment Secretary Suresh Chandra Mahapatra said, "Maximum use of fly ash in construction activity will reduce pollution and help in less land acquisition for creating ash pond."
सरकारी नियम करू जो मैंने जेनेट करुँच फ्लाई आश से मैंने आमर वर्क साइट रे केमती ताकू पहुँचाइबार बंदोबस्त करेंगे फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट सेमती हेल्ले जी रोड कंस्ट्रक्शन तैयारी करुँची से भाव तापाई अलग गोटे किसी बर्डन पड़ो ना और से सुरखुरी से जिनटा यूटिलाइज कर दैट इज नंबर 1. नंबर 2 आम केमती रोड कंस्ट्रक्शन डिफरेंट कंपोनेंट अच्छी सब कंपोनेंट केमती यूज करें योजना कराऊँगी
किंतु मैक्सिमम यूज आम विभिन्न जो कंस्ट्रक्शन एक्टिविटी रे ताको यूज करि परिबा तेणु जते अधिक यूज हो पार डेफिनेटली सेते पॉल्यूशन ओडिसा कमिबो सेते कम जमी दरकार हबो फ्लाई एश पॉन्ड करिया पई एवं लैंड एक्विजिशन से अनुसार कमिबो.
The Shiksha Vikas Samiti Odisha has decided to bring a little change in the course of studies of Saraswati Shishu Mandir of the state. As per the changing trends in the society, the Samiti decided to add some new subjects which will come into effect from next academic session. The Sikkha Vikas Samiti, comprising all the Shishu Mandir headmasters in state, has prepared a roadmap to bring reforms in the study style. A brainstorming has been done regarding it. To make the students strong in technical field, it has been decided to add some technical subjects, especially information and technology. To make the students strong in technical field, it has been decided to add some technical subjects, especially information technology. Not only the syllabus, but also the style of teaching and examination pattern will also be changed. Eminent intellectuals and thinkers of the country shared their views on some burning issues at Foresight 2016, the 6th edition of OTV's annual conclave on Saturday. Minister of State for Finance Jayant Sinha spoke on the topic Role of Eastern India in the National Economic Growth Story, Roadmap for the Future, while Niti Aayog Vice Chairperson Arvind Panagaria put forth his views on the topic How fast growing nations have transformed and what can we learn from them. In the second session of the day-long program, TMC leader in the Rajya Sabha, Derek O'Brien, spoke on national parties or regional parties, which is lesser evil. Senior journalist and consulting editor of India Today Group, Rajdeep Sardesai, talked about the single biggest news story of 2015 and its impact. The address by the two guests were followed by a question-answer session. Industry Minister Devi Prasad Mishra, BJP State Vice President Prithviraj Harichandan and former MP Pradeep Majhi participated in a panel discussion on the topic Investment in Odisha, Myth versus Reality in the third session of the conclave. In the last session of the Foresight 2016, Odisha Film Development Corporation Chairperson Munna Khan, Shriya Swati Cine Complex Private Limited MD Bijendra Mahanti, actor and Odia One Entertainment founder Samres Rautre and actor-producer Papinder Singh discussed infrastructure support for Odia movie industry, challenges and opportunities. Odisha TV, the number one news channel of the state, has been organizing the Foresight program for the past 5 years.
Large parts of India are seriously suffering from agrarian distress. Should the Prime Minister of the country not go to one farm widow's family? Is that not your responsibility as the Prime Minister of the country? You go and sit with Mark Zuckerberg. Of course you need Zuckerberg to come to India. But as someone told me, if India grows, Zuckerberg will come to you. You will not have to go to Zuckerberg. That is the truth of India. But you want to go there because you want to build your own image. Do we ever even really showcase whether it is, in a way, whether it is corruption in Odisha, whether it is any positive story out of Odisha? Does it make the national headlines? Our national headlines today are obsessed with what happens in Delhi and Mumbai.
Before wrapping up, the headlines once again. Union Steel and Mines Minister Tomar praises NALCO's consistent performance in terms of production, productivity and profitability despite global meltdown. In another instance of ruling BJD ministers being targeted by Congress members, Health Minister shown black flags in Cuttack, 4 arrested in this connection. Supreme Court upholds stay preventing Sardar Raja's Medical College students from attending classes till final hearing of the case. 2 BSF troopers, including Deputy Commandant, killed in a landmine explosion by Naxals when they were out on a bike patrol in the jungles of Koraput district. And Odisha TV organizes Foresight 2016, the 6th edition of OTV's annual conclave. Eminent intellectuals from across the country share views on burning issues. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.